Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Commodores will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So NC State's offense will get first crack at it today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last.
Gets away from one, finds some space. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Dropping back, it's Bailey. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
And there's an example of what happens when a quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted.
Touchdown, Wolfpack! They grab the early lead. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Vanderbilt's offense will go to work for the first time today. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Steps away to find some room. He'll pull it down. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Commodores send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Nice move, creates some space. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. This offense has it with really good field position. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which team linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted to stop the threat.
Just such a nice job by him, understanding his responsibility in that cover 2 zone scheme. He's just floating over the middle of the field. He's just very aware of tight ends and running backs around him. And as soon as he sees color, as soon as he sees an intended target, he's already running that way. He's able to jump the throw and pick it off.
Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And that's a really difficult route to handle if you can get a big fella working the outside in the corner like that.
No doubt, because he runs upfield first and then makes a beeline towards the sideline. So whether it's man or zone.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Coleman. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Give to the running back. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll run the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Handoff from the gun. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He'll keep it on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The give to the tailback. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And after having a nice gain like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
No good. And it is still a 4-point deficit.
Oh, just didn't have enough leg. It looked like he had the accuracy. It looked like it was going right between the uprights, just not enough power on the kick.
Dumps it to the back. Grabbed in the middle. It's Scott. Right down the gut of the field. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll try the right side. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Sherrill. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So first down here as they go back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. And the Commodores are moving quickly down the field. Finds his man. It's Fitzgerald. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver there on the slant throw. Gets across the defender, makes the nice catch, hauls it in.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll give it to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Smith dropping to pass. Get it out to the supersonic guy. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the ground. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The Commodores line it up with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Vandy. Made the grab and took it on the score. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Maurice. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
Wants to throw on first down. He tries to take the top off. He's got it. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. First down and 10. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Flanagan. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Wolfpack will have first and 10. In the red area, it's Scott. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun to give, looking for room. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it.
Touchdown, NC State! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
All the way out to the 38-yard line, it's a gain of 15. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. The give on the option. It is slipped out. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The play action fake. Looking deep. Touchdown Vanderbilt. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Got his man quickly. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Here's the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Going right to work up top. Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Commodores will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Hard running there. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Bailey. Using the quick game. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this 3rd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Flanagan. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Turning it on. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the 1st quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To throw, it's Bailey. A little screen to the running back. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. The lead now up to 7 at 24-17. NC State will kick off to start things here in the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Got it behind the line. It's Coleman. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Give to the running back. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Commodores kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking for space, it's Newberry. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Tight end now in motion. Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Smith wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down the 1 to play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Commodores are threatening in the red zone. They go to the ground. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback keeper. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Trying play action. Looking to scramble. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dores! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He has the first and still on his feet. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Grabbed behind the line, and Scott breaks into the open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. They'll operate out of split backs. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
cut your losses.
You're right, absolutely. Slide, don't take the extra punishment. You just give up on the play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Smith dropping to pass. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden, they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Commodores will punt it away on 4th down. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Another incompletion on third down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Off the play fake on first down. Here's a heat. Catch in the middle, it's Alexander. He is down at the one. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Commodores. The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Makes the pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Great job up front on this pass rush. Defense in a dime personnel grouping. They've got 6 DBs on the field. They're expecting pass, so they're going to have to win with 4 guys, and they're 4-1. They got the job done.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always
throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Levitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by a field goal over the Groovers. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pocket breaking down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Looking to pass, it's Bailey. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal. There he goes! The 40! The 20! Touchdown, baby! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, we knew coming into this game they were going to try and get this receiver the football as many touches as possible in as many different ways as possible. And here you're seeing it on the option play. Great decision by the quarterback to pitch it out wide. There was nobody out there accounting for him, and he shows you the speed out in the open field for a long touchdown for this offense.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Gibson. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Caught over the middle. It's Scott. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. NC State going up tempo.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. To the air, it's Bailey. Hauls it in. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. On the move, it's Scott. Powers through the defender. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the air on second and short. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Rushes on him. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Here's fourth down and down 2 scores. They'll go for it here in the fourth quarter. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the fourth down stop.
And now you start to feel desperate because down by multiple scores, the clock running out, 2.5+ minutes left on the clock. I got to do everything great now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3 and out. I have to force a turnover. I have to do something to get me back in this ball game right now.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll send the tight end in motion. They want that clock to run. Open space at the 25. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Power football with the run. Gets it past the marker. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Fires to the big fella. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. He leaves it with his back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, Dave.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend. And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Offense getting set for first down. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will, throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. He didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.